Hi everyone, welcome to my first sketchbook video. So today we're going to be looking through a sketchbook that I made in 2017. Now, the kicker about this one is it's the first sketchbook that I've ever filled up completely. I started off as a digital artist, and I was drawing digitally for a really long time. And in 2017 I decided to fill up this sketchbook. And I learned a lot from it, and since then, I've been taking sketchbooks with me everywhere I go. So even though there's not very much that's finished in this sketchbook, it still feels very worthy of sharing. A lot of things were happening in my life when I was filling out this sketchbook. I had just moved from California to Massachusetts and was starting to adjust to my new life across the country. A lot of the drawings that I made were either inspired by things that happened in my life, or drugs I was taking, or things that I was trying to explore about myself. I would consider it very much a visual diary. There are a lot of unfinished works in here. I didn't really get a grasp on how to color things necessarily when I was using this sketchbook. I very much took the word sketch and made the most out of it, because almost everything in here is very messy, very inspired by emotions and experiences, and I didn't really take the time to fully render very many pieces in this book. However, almost everything was started with a pencil sketch, and then the line art was made, and then the pencil sketch was sometimes, not always, erased. So I'm skipping through a lot of the first half of this book because most of it is very, very unfinished and rough and not really worth looking at. But there are a lot of notes that I left to myself in here that are either relevant to my own mental health, my mental well-being. I used to, and I still do, write a lot of notes for myself so that I don't forget some of the things that I'm going through. A lot of the pieces in the sketchbook are very personal to me and really explain a lot of what I was going through before I was medicated. The year of 2017 was really a lot for me. It was very challenging mentally to build a new life for myself in a state that I didn't grow up in, and I left a lot of written notes for myself. Some of them don't really make any sense anymore, but some of them are very helpful to look back at and be like, oh, so I did go through that, and my memory isn't deceiving me. So this was before I was diagnosed with CPTSD. So a lot of it is very telling and applies heavily to that diagnosis now. So I think it's really interesting, kind of in retrospect, seeing all of my little scribings.
Science has failed. Heat is life. Time kills. Science has failed. Heat is life. Time kills.
Thank you so much for joining me on this little journey, and make sure to subscribe for more because I'm going to be uploading more sketchbook videos very soon.